What's up, guys? Welcome to the video. Welcome to the channel. Today, we're going to be talking about how pets are becoming too expensive for people. And this one really pisses me off because my pets are literally my entire life. And if I did not have my pets, I would have no reason to be on this earth. So let's discuss.
Americans are getting priced out of owning a pet. And the reason this is because costs have just gone up and up and up, not just for vet bills, but for everything else. It's estimated that around 94 million households in the United States have a pet of some kind. Research has also shown that it's estimated that the cost of caring for a dog in the United States is around $35,000 for life, and the cost of owning a cat is around $32,000. Many people are skipping taking their dog to the vet because of healthcare costs. With a shortage of veterinarians in this country as well, this is a real problem for the health and wellness of our pets. I don't want people to be priced out of pet guardianship, but at the same time, it is expensive. And especially as that pet gets older, your medical bills increase. So what can be done about it? It's all about research and finding organizations that can help you with medical expenses and medical care. Yes, it's about getting insurance, but sometimes the insurance doesn't cover a lot of issues that the pet is going to have. I think this is also another reason why people have to be really careful and think before they get a pet, because a pet is around a 15 to 17, even plus year commitment. I think it's a testament to how much people love their pets, that they go above and beyond for them, and they will sometimes go into debt to care for them.
Cosmo, you're going to live to be 25 at least, okay?
I don't want people not to get a pet, because having a pet in your life is just so fulfilling and so wonderful, but it does come with costs, and you have to think about that before you make the decision to get one.
Dogs and cats are expensive. You may already know that, but do you know how expensive? According to a new report from pet care service Rover, dog owners can expect to have their costs jump 7%, and cat lovers could hit a 10% increase in their costs, all due to inflation and to tariffs. And when you add all those costs up, the 7%, the 10% over the pet's lifetime, average cost for care of a dog over 10 years is $34,000. And for a cat that lives 16 years, more than $32,000.
Is there anything left in American society that is not a scam? Everything is just given big scam energy. The only thing that's not scamming at this point is groceries, but the price is a scam. You have to get the food, but it costs way too much. I am just so mad at our pet insurance company. We've had this pet insurance for years and we have barely used it. And then they got sold, and now we can't get anyone to fill out our claims, and our dog is 13 years old and she's having a lot of claims. So basically, no matter what kind of insurance it is, you pay the insurance forever. And then when you try to use the product that you were purchasing every month reliably from them, they're like, oh, no. You need to give me 3,000 forms first, and then we'll think about it. And why don't you call back in 3 months? We submitted the forms for her first vet visit issue in October when she had to go to the vet because she tore her ACL. And guess who hasn't heard from our pet insurance? Us. They kept sending email after email after email saying, oh, we're working on it. There's a really big backlog. We'll get back to you. They've been doing that since October. And when you call, they say it takes us 2 to 3 business days to get back to you. So, anytime you buy insurance, you've got I think you used to have a fairly good shot, but now you've got basically a 20% chance that you are actually going to get the money that you paid for within a reasonable amount of time, at best. I have so many more things to say about scams, but I'm too upset from taking my dog to the vet, so I'll come back and talk about it later.
Yeah, I don't have pet insurance. I've never had pet insurance. I have lived on a farm my entire life, like, a small farm. We're like a homestead. We're kind of a funny farm. We just like animals. We've always just had like horses and dogs and cats and chickens and all that. We've never had pet insurance, and I will never get pet insurance because it is a scam. It's the same with the health insurance. I don't have health insurance anymore because I realized, oh, this is kind of a scam. It's better to just save up my money and I'll pay out of pocket, if I need to, if something happens, and I'll just do my best to take care of myself and my pets. And yeah, but it's getting so expensive at the vets these days. It's disgusting. Why? That's my question. Why are we doing this? You know, these vets and these animal places, SPCA, they all claim to care a lot about animals. And if that were true, you would make it easy to have a pet. You would make it affordable to have a pet and to get them the care that they need so that they can have a home. That's why you guys can't find homes for any of these animals at this point, because a guinea pig is $60. Look at this. This is insane to me. I used to have guinea pigs when I was a kid, and they were $25 at PetSmart. For them to be $60 is insanity.
When did pets get this expensive? $60? Look at this.
Crazy.
$400 for a
$400.
pair. $400.
Gracious.
Oh, that is cute.
And those poor little animals are going to sit in those glass cages under fluorescent lighting day after day, hoping that someone's going to come along and adopt them. And it's not going to happen because nobody can afford that.
I'm a veterinarian and I advocate for pet parents to get pet insurance because veterinary costs are just getting higher and higher. And if you have an emergency or you have a chronic care condition, it can get really expensive. And I don't really have another great alternative. I will admit that I despise the insurance industry, like with every fiber of my being, based on personal experiences with my house fire. I will not get into that, but today I'm here to say that I am not surprised and I am again disgusted at the insurance industry because Nationwide is sending their insureds letters stating that the pets who have whole pet insurance are being canceled because they can no longer afford to offer that care. It's just flat out a cancellation. A letter goes out to the pet parent saying, oh, we hope that you and Fluffy are doing great. Just wanted to let you know that we can no longer afford to offer this plan. So effective, June 2024, you're going to be canceled. Make sure to get any claims in and, best of luck to you. So for those people who have been using this plan, if they try to go buy another insurance policy, they're going to have pre-existing conditions. What? There's not even an option to go to a different plan. Here, I can read you the exact language if you would like to hear.
Could you imagine paying all that money month after month for them to just turn around and say, sorry, sweetie, we can't help you at all anymore. I hope you and your pet don't die. Like, I just cannot. Again, it's a scam. It really is.
Bullshit written at its finest. We hope this letter finds you and your beloved pet well. After a careful review of our products, we've elected to discontinue certain plans, including the whole pet, which will no longer be offered in your state. The same economic pressures from inflation, higher interest rates, and rising costs that have caused unprecedented losses for the American insurance industry are affecting the pet industry. What, the American insurance industry? Is that like human insurance industry? Because I think we're talking about pets in America. Are affecting the pet insurance industry as well, leading to difficult decisions such as this. As a result, we regret to inform you that your current plan will not be renewed after its expiration in June in this case. And that's it. We understand how disappointing this is and, have a nice life. What is up with that? Nationwide, what are you doing? Are other pet parents out there? Are you getting these letters? Oh, this is like, are you kidding me?
At this point, I'm starting to feel like people need multiple jobs if they have pets. I don't know who needs to hear this, but petflation, that's real too. Because why am I standing in the pet aisle doing mental math while I'm trying to buy pet food during a recession. Because see, pet food used to be something we would grab on the way out of a store, right? Wasn't a big deal. Now it's a financial decision, a family meeting, a damn prayer circle at this point. So over the last 4 years, according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, right, pet food has gone up 20%. That's a lot. It's not just that it costs more. You notice how they shrunk those bags? You're paying the same price you were paying before, but you're getting less food than you got before. I'm sitting there looking at that bag like, good luck if we're going to even make it to the end of the month with this. And see, I have 5 pets, right? 2 dogs, 3 cats. And so feeding animals turns into logistics because at that point, you got to figure it out because pet food's expensive. I love my pets. I'm not going to lie, but I'm starting to feel like pet ownership in America is starting to become a luxury, only for the few. So I'm asking y'all who have pets, like pet owners, are you feeling this too? Are you getting priced out of pet ownership? And what creative ways are you using to feed your animals to keep from going broke?
Yep, I'm feeling it as well. But you know, we just make it work in my house. I eat a lot of eggs. We have chickens and stuff. So my dog, she eats eggs. My cat, I get him quail eggs from up the street. He loves quail eggs. From a local farmer that we have. And I just try to, feed them what they eat. I don't like leave leftovers because they don't need to be obese anyway. That's not healthy for them either. So, I feed them twice a day and I buy in bulk. That seems to help. I don't know if that helps anyone, but that's what I've been doing and it's been working so far. But the biggest expense, the most expensive thing to me is the vet bills. Like, again, they're just crazy. I tried to take my pet duck Bubbles to go to, I think it was an emergency vet, which was probably my first mistake, but I was worried about him. I didn't want him to die. So I brought him to the vet. And first of all, they made me wait for a really long time before they took him back. And when they did, they basically said to me that it was going to be $1,600, okay, for testing alone to get my pet duck blood tests done. And I said, lady, I wouldn't even spend that on myself. If I had like a serious ailment, I would second guess spending that amount of money on myself. Give me whatever you can to help him, and I'm going to give him fluids, and I'll try to get him through the night. And you know what I did? And he lived a lot longer, and he was fine, and he didn't need any of that fancy stuff. So again, be careful. Like, ask questions. It's okay to ask questions and not just blindly be like, well, okay, I guess I have to pay all this money. You don't have to. You can tell them, hey, I'm kind of in I don't have the best financial situation. Can you do anything else to just help my pet feel better? That's not going to be $1 million. And most of the time they will be flexible with you, but sometimes, they treat you like you're just terrible because God forbid you don't want to spend $2,000 on blood work for your duck,
But imagine how tired we are. Imagine how tired we are of it.
Pet insurance is the biggest scam ever, okay? Because I've had my dog's insurance with Nationwide for like almost 4 years, and I've only put 2 claims in where those 2 claims I've put has made my insurance go up. It doesn't make sense. Literally, I started paying $40, and when I first got him, he was still a puppy. And I never put in a claim until like 2 years ago for like over $4,000 because he was having an issue with paraphimosis where his wee was coming out, and every time we had to rush him to the vet was $500 to put it back in, right? So finally I was like, you know what, I wonder if they will cover this. So I put all the claims and I sent them all for like 2 years worth of claims, and they sent me a check, and I was like, oh my god, I got money back. Like, I was so happy. I'm like, I didn't think they would. Well, next month after I put the claim, I get a letter on the mail saying that my insurance is now going up. So I was paying $43 or 40 something, and then now I was gonna be paying $60 monthly. And I was like, what the heck? So I called them and I asked them, I'm like, is it going up because I put in a claim? And they were like, no, absolutely not. It was just like, it's been 2 years, blah blah. And I was like, okay, whatever. He just had surgery this year, and I put in the claim, and not only did they not cover like not even 10% of the surgery, my insurance now went up to $83 from $60. So why am I paying? If you're gonna reimburse me just to like charge me more monthly, like what's the whole point of paying health insurance? If either way I'm still paying out of pocket, you're only reimbursing me whatever the hell you think it's appropriate.
It's literally such a scam. I'm so sick of this. And the worst part is like, I have a Frenchie. So like, I feel like I need insurance, but like, ugh.
I'm literally about to crash out. If you're one of these people,
Peggy, what do you think of this? Can you believe this? My dog Peggy was dumped. Her evil family, whoever you are, I hate you. You're horrible. But she's very happy with me. They just dumped her and she showed up at my house and I have kept her ever since. So that's how I acquired her. And my cat as well, it was the same situation. He just needed a home and I wanted to take care of him. And you know what? I really think people, if you run into a situation like that, you should be able to try to take care of the pet. You know, this whole thing really upsets me.
that says, well, you should just have pet insurance. Guess what? I have pet insurance. You want to know how much they approved my claim for? It was a $3,000 claim. Guess how much they're willing to pay me? $90.
Wow, that's a joke. Genuinely.
$90. That's like 2 months of my premium. $90? Why is this even a thing? Why do I have pet insurance? Literally, insurance is the biggest scam. I want the world to literally explode. That's how pissed off I am right now. Because all of this in society with insurance is literally the biggest scam I've ever seen in my entire life. How is it that I can go in, get him a bunch of diagnostics done? Everything in my policy says that diagnostics are covered. So why do they send me this? Regurgitation is a pre-existing condition. How is everything a pre-existing condition? How can insurance even say that it's pre-existing? I've taken him in to other vets for his diarrhea and stuff. The regurgitation, he has never had diagnostics on. Ever. And if it's an ongoing problem, I'm going to have to go get his esophagus scoped now, because that's the next step they wanted me to do. Now I'm going to go pay thousands of dollars to get his esophagus scoped and find out that he probably has mega esophagus, and they're not going to cover shit. Don't get insurance. It doesn't do anything. I actually have paid more than what they're even giving me.
Crazy. Let me know in the comments down below, guys, if you've noticed prices for pets going up. What are your thoughts? What are you doing to make it a little more affordable for you and your little furry friends? And I think it's so funny. I made this video and both of my pets were like, we're going to make an entrance on this video because we know it's about us. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please subscribe, like the video, leave a comment down below, hit the notification bell, share it with your friends. Any and all of those things helps me out a lot. And I will see you guys in the next one. Okay. You have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye-bye.